Court, the movie podcast where Sean
and Michael
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
And guess what we saw?
What did we see?
We saw.
I'm guessing.
Like
Jaws.
No, not Jaws.
Jaws 2.
Ooh, you're getting closer.
Jaws 3.
No.
Jaws 4.
Mm-mm.
Jaws 5.
No.
Jaws 6.
No.
Jaws 7.
I'm afraid not.
Jaws 8.
I can't confirm or deny.
How long is that? Is it going to be good for me to do this bit?
I think we can go pretty long.
Okay.
I think at least if the
Jaws 19.
Yeah. I think jumping ahead is a good
Jaws
idea.
753.
Yeah. 753. Well, no, but we saw TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem,
Heroes in a Half Shell.
Heroes in a Half Shell,
Turtle Power.
Turtle Power. So a full shell, yeah, that would be if it wrapped completely around their body, I guess.
But I guess it does wrap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess
I think Heroes in a Half Shell is a reference to...
it's a racial term.
Is it? What is it?
It's it's derogatory. We shouldn't be saying that.
To turtle people?
Two turtle people.
To
Two turtle people.
turtles?
Turtles.
To turtles?
Look, I think we should
Yeah.
move past. No,
We've already said it.
let's reset.
We can't unsay it. And also, there's no way to edit this.
There's no way we can't edit.
I wish
this.
we could, but we can't. We don't know how to edit it.
Yeah, if we could edit it, it would be like I could put your voice. Like I could just move my mouth and your voice would come out.
I'd be like, "Hey, my name's Michael. I'm having a great time." And you would be like,
I'm a real cool guy, and I know a lot about movies. Make sure to like it. Stuff.
"Don't forget to subscribe." We watched TMNT, Mutant Mayhem. And how did you feel about it?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very fun and creative.
Wasn't it a pleasant surprise?
I was like, I expected not much, and then I was like, this is pretty fun, actually.
It is one of those movies where, like, the trailer's not great.
No, it was like...
And also, just the timing of the trailer is not nearly as good as the timing in the movie.
That seems to happen a lot in movies. Like, the trailer... I mean, I know trailers have to be fast, but man... They'll just butcher the joke. You're
there's so many jokes in this movie that work pretty well or really well that are in the trailer and are not good in the trailer.
Yeah, you're like, what?
It's like, well, how did you fuck this up so bad?
You really shouldn't do that because then people don't want to go see your movie. But we did because we had to.
We had to. Well, this is what happened. I saw it over the weekend.
Yes, you got a little
I was
ahead.
just like, what the hell? I'll see it. Maybe it'll be good.
Why not?
And then I was so pleasantly surprised. I think
I like when that happens.
Quite funny.
Quite funny.
I think all the child performances or like the teen performances are awesome.
Very convincing.
Like they're really funny. Like, I mean, they're actual kids.
Yeah.
But they're like just good, real seeming kids.
Yes.
Like they sound like if you met
age.
some kids. Yeah.
And the writing is very much of that era
the current
of
thing.
Like they talk to real kids or listen to real kids and okay, they talk like this.
Yeah.
They didn't just make up stuff.
But it's like, what if real kids were funny?
Yeah.
Like, what if people on TikTok were funny?
I mean, that's what I've been hoping for my whole life.
What if anybody under 25 had read a book?
Yeah. Exactly.
Or seen a movie.
Understood nuance, anything like that. But they don't.
It's a movie full of what's the right word? A movie full
mutants.
Full of freaks.
Yeah. Disgusting. Ugh.
It's just very dynamic. It's because there is like but also like really kind of sweet, sad.
Yeah.
Like very nice.
The music's
heartfelt.
great.
The music is
they did
so
a great job.
fucking good.
Ooh.
And the first time I saw it, I was just like, wow, this music's amazing. And then I didn't realize till after I watched it that it's Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
That's crazy to me.
And I was like, what? Of course. Because they make amazing music.
It's so smart when you're making a movie like this to really, like, music is such an important part of a thing.
Yes.
And there's so many times you're watching something where you're like, man, if the music had just been like a key element,
yes,
it would have heightened this and made it not suck.
And it's also you've heard me complain over and over about needle drops.
Oh yeah.
But this movie is full of it's weird because it is full of music.
Yeah.
But it is only like once or twice in the movie played as a specifically the needle drop where the scene moves around the movie.
Yeah.
Or the scene is built around the song.
Songs,
and like every cut matches some part of the song or some shit. There's one moment where they like do the Four Non Blondes song. That scene is sort of built around that.
Which when a scene is built around it in a creative way, I don't mind it. It's
absolutely.
like, okay, they thought about it. It's not just playing some song.
It's not just like, oh, this is a good song. But there's just a lot of good songs.
Yeah, they did a good job.
There's M.O.P. Annie Up by M.O.P. There's a ESG song. I didn't think about how many. There's over one.
Over one.
Band with 3 letters.
Oh.
M.O.P. and ESG. If you're listening, let us know if there are any other bands in this movie that. I just thought of one. Soundtrack by Trent Reznor, who was in a band called 9 Inch Nails, also known as
Nin.
N-I-N. Wow. This is fucking crazy.
Whoa. 9 Inch Nails. Ninja. Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Holy fuck.
Turtles. No, I just keep breaking it down.
I feel like this is a special moment.
Oh, it's
in all of our lives.
Yeah, this is the most. I think of all the episodes, this is the most special.
Yeah,
of them
maybe
all.
the only special one.
The only. Yeah.
If you've listened before, I want to apologize because none of the episodes have been special until right now.
So if you're just now joining, you're actually on. You are joining at the perfect time because this is the height.
Yeah, every other episode was really bad.
And everyone after will only be...
perfect?
Perfect.
Let's say perfect.
Yeah, because we can't go higher. So we have to stay like that.
We've plateaued, but at amazing.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep being amazing.
I love it.
It's great.
I have to remember since we've been doing video, I can't just make gestures because the sound, if you're listening, you can't hear it. So, yeah, I just need to keep that in mind. Because when I said like that, and you said plateau, that was perfect. That's a visual thing. But if I go like that, they're like what? So I have to remember that for my own mind.
Hey, soon enough, we'll get rid of the podcast. We'll only be a video. And then we won't have to think at all. We'll just go, oh, it was like this and like that. And then the guy went like, and then he was like this, and then he was like that.
And once we have Neuralink,
we'll
just be sitting here, and like you will put in your chip, the audience will put in their chip, and we'll just be like, I know exactly what they mean. And then our opinions will become your opinions.
Yeah.
That's what you want anyway, right?
Yeah, the floods will be crashing against our Earthship houses.
Yeah. But we can't hear it because we're just talking about movies.
Yeah, we watched TMNT, Mutant Mayhem. It was a good movie.
That is a terrifying bit. Like your eyes rolled back in your head, just mumbling. Like that's so scary.
Yep. That's what it's gonna be like.
Oh man! And then just an IV of food.
Yeah.
Into your penis.
Just like Upgrade.
Yeah, just like Upgrade.
Have you guys seen the feature film Upgrade?
Classic.
Listeners, have you seen the feature film Upgrade?
Upgrade your life by watching it.
Yes, it will literally make your life better. Yeah. It's an amazing movie.
It'll make you cry.
It'll make you cry. It'll make you laugh.
It'll make you laugh after crying.
You'll also go, wow.
Whoa.
Because there's so many things in it where you go, wow.
Wow, whoa, wow.
Speaking of wow, we watched TMNT, Mutant Mayhem.
Yes, we did.
And we saw the best parts of it. We saw the very best parts of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess... do we have to do a plot summary?
Let's do a plot.
Okay, you go fast. Or not.
There's turtles.
Turtles.
Ooze gets on them.
Ooh.
And it turns them into turtles. But
humanoid.
Their dad, their adopted father, Splinter, who is a rat and also gets oozed, raises them. Mm-hmm. And together, because they go to the real world and get fought, they realize that they have to learn martial arts.
Martial arts, baby.
So they watch YouTube videos and they watch kung fu movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they watch old training videos. They watched... There's some Jackie Chan in there.
Yes, I thought. I was like, was that a quick Jackie Chan?
It looks like a lot of Shaw Brothers stuff as well. Lots of good stuff. And then there's another guy. Ooh. He also got oozed.
Yeah, big time.
And he turned into a big fly man.
Yeah.
Played by...
Ice Cube, right?
Ice Cube?
Yeah.
It sounded like Ice Cube.
Pretty cool.
And he has a big group of buddies. Mm-hmm. And their plan is to, spoiler alert... you make an ooze gun that shoots ooze into the atmosphere and turns the world into mutants.
Mutant mayhem,
and all the mutants kill all the humans.
Basically.
And that's basically it. They just fight. Also, deep down, the turtles want to be real boys.
Yeah.
It's, vaguely Pinocchian.
Yeah, very Pinocchian. I was thinking the whole time, I was like, this reminds me of a puppet that wanted to be a boy.
Are these turtles wooden?
And every time they lied, their noses kept growing. I was like, what is this? Why this seems familiar?
Do turtles have a nose?
I don't think so, man.
Are they doing this?
They got beaks. Ain't they got beaks? It's not like a bird beak, but it kind of is. No, what is it called? I don't remember anymore. You know what I'm talking about? Like they snap you with their...
with their beaks?
I guess.
Yeah.
Write in if you know about turtles and their mouths.
Tweet at us at Food Courtcast or over on Threads.
Yeah.
Whatever that's called.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering, you know how you tweet from Twitter?
Yeah.
Now it's X. What do you...
Well, I saw something that said Xeet, X-E-E-T, but I will not say that.
I hate that.
I said it out loud, but I won't do it again.
That's brutal. I have not updated the app because I don't want to see the X.
I'm scared. I have automatic updates, but mine still doesn't say X.
I got to make sure I turn that off.
Yeah, you should. I'm scared.
I know on my iPad it turned on, and I went, I didn't want to ever see that. I did not.
X.
No.
You know what the best part of this movie is?
The beef lamb gyro?
Yes, the beef lamb gyro. Do you know what the beef lamb gyro is?
I do know what the beef lamb gyro. My beef lamb gyro, my favorite part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the scene. They're in the car with all the mutants.
Yeah.
And that song is on.
Oh, yeah, the Four Non-Blondes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
kind of a horrible song.
It's a horrible song, but funny.
Yeah, but it's a funny song.
It's always been funny. And the way they integrate it into the scene is just really funny.
So awesome.
Because the turtles are trying to hijack this plan where the mutants are going to, with the machine and turn all the animals into mutants.
Yeah.
But... So they're trying to figure out, they're like kind of buddies with them, but they don't. Yeah. They have to stop it.
They had a great night at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
They just got off of a great night at the bowling alley, which is their first real time doing human things.
Exactly, and feeling accepted.
Yeah.
It's cruel. It's cruel.
It really is.
Cruel twist. But so Donatello's like, well, I've got this stick. We could... No, wait, that's not Donatello. Who is Donatello? Oh, yeah. I can never remember their names. Like, I know their names, but I don't know who they are. Whatever. So they take his long stick and they hit the brakes, but it's like timed perfectly with the song.
Yeah.
Where they're like, hey,
yeah.
I said hey, and then they hit the brakes and the truck flips, shoots the mutants out the window.
Yeah.
And it's like slow-mo as the lizard's flipping. He's like, what's going on? I was like, that's incredible.
And then Michelangelo, he and Michelangelo had an instant dude bro kind of feeling together. They were literally vibing. They were talking about vibing together.
Ugh.
And also Michelangelo slow-mo goes, sorry.
Yeah, I love that. It's so good. Their little relationship was so funny to me.
It's really great.
Killed me. I was like, this is hilarious.
What is the lizard's name?
I don't remember. And I was like, is he a gecko?
He's played by Paul Rudd.
Whoa, that's
yeah.
Okay, it kind of fits because I've seen him play characters like that before. Yeah, I was like, who is this guy? Yeah. He's good. He's very good.
Isn't he good?
They're back and forth. It's like when they first meet and they're like, what do they keep saying the same phrase back to each other. Like, I like you, or something like that, and they just keep going back and forth.
I think it's I like your vibe.
I like your vibe. I like your. It's really great. I was like, this is good.
Yeah, they throughout they kind of find a way to milk situations that feel sort of the way you do when you're joking around with people.
Yeah.
Like, there's a part where they have just gotten out of their like first big like montage fight sequence, and they're like, they're talking. Donatello's like, hey, I can be a gangster. Hey, I'm going to have a bacon, egg, and cheese. And then they all start doing bacon, egg, and cheese for some reason. And it just does feel like that sort of like weird improv you get into when you're
with your
just
buds.
Like talking with your buds. And for some reason you start talking about bacon, egg, and cheese in like a gangster voice.
Yeah,
it's really funny.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my beef. There were a lot of good parts, but that one I was like, oh my gosh, that's just such funny writing.
It's quite funny.
I love it. Yeah, I was like, that's awesome.
Now, I don't know why I was so surprised, because it's written by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg plus other people. I didn't
realize that. That's
and
crazy.
I like many of their movies.
Yeah, they're great.
I like Pineapple Express. And
Classic.
This Is the End, and all those movies also similarly have like this combination of sort of timely humor. Current humor, but also like this like really heartfelt underbelly that kind of sneaks out, that I think this also does a pretty good job of.
Yeah, it just felt genuine. Like even when they're like talking about like Beyonce and Drake, it's like still feels like that they just genuinely like those people in this universe. Like I was like, I mean, it fits. Yeah,
it's one of those things where often in a movie like this, those things are annoying.
Like my prime example, it's even about Beyonce. I think it's in I think it might be the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
and he says some line about Beyonce, and I was like, what? This just like why are you bringing her
that
up?
Guy hasn't listened to Beyonce.
Yeah, it's just that was strange. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doctor.
Now I know why they call him Doctor Strange. Yeah. Because he likes Beyonce.
What's wrong with you? What kind of a doctor listens to the best lady?
Is she the best lady?
Yeah, I think so. They voted on it. Best lady. She won in the election. Of the best lady.
That's probably one of the only elections that had a strong turnout for black voters. The Republicans were trying to keep them from voting for once.
They're like, oh yeah, go ahead.
We don't care. Yeah. What, Beyonce? We don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah, go ahead, vote for her. Who cares?
Is that a person? Yeah, that's great.
You know what else is great?
Yeah, what's your favorite part?
The B-flamier of this movie is great. There's a song in it that I found really moving. I think a fly just touched my finger. Very creepy.
The fly was just ready to listen in. They were like, "What are you saying?
What are you talking about?"
That's one thing about bugs. They will enter your house as soon as they see a light.
Yes.
So if your door's even open for a millisecond, they're like, "Oh, we should go in there."
You got to get one of those bug lights.
I got to get a gun.
I have recommended a bug light or a gun.
I just want a gun.
One of the best ways to solve your problems with bugs is to blow your brains out.
You'll never see another bug.
No.
Give yourself over to them. They will devour your corpse.
I will become one with the bugs.
Oh, man. I had a traumatic... I'm sorry. I had a traumatic moment last night.
Okay.
So I have seen a couple of my least favorite bug, silverfish.
Ooh.
Oh, disgusting. That many legs and shit is just fucked up. It doesn't need to exist.
No.
And I'm so glad they don't get any bigger than they do. But
if they got bigger, holy fuck.
I was imagining one like the size of a human. That'd be terrifying. I would just kill myself. But
always an option.
Yes, I got it in my back pocket. And for my final trick, that would be a crazy.
Yeah. No one does that anymore.
Nobody just does that. That would be a wild mind freak moment. He just kills himself, and everyone's like,
Chris Angel killed himself. That would be awesome.
I'm gonna become a real.
That'd be fucking awesome. But he plans it ahead, so there's like a video. I bet you thought I killed myself. Well, I did.
I did.
I'm
dead myself.
Now. You witnessed me blowing my brains out.
Mind freak.
Mind freak. And then the lights come up, and there's no music.
His body falls down a trapped hole. Like it's already on the ground. That's his mind.
Mind freak. Sounds funny.
Boom. It's just silent.
The lights go up. There's no music.
Do you think anyone would go?
And then you just shuffle out.
Yeah.
You just go,
you can leave now. There's a voice says go.
Oh, you can leave now.
I just did an impression of someone holding a microphone while I was like,
Yep.
Use my other hand to hold it, whatever. Anyway, so there were 2 giant silverfish on the wall.
Nope, suicide.
I said...
It's not worth it.
And they were above the bed. I was like, if that touches me in any way, I will die.
Yeah.
And so I grabbed a shoe, and I went for the biggest one. I was like, if I got to get just one of them, it's got to be the big one.
Yeah.
Boom. Got it.
Oh,
dead.
awesome.
It falls dead. I'm not proud to kill, but I have to. I'll do it to protect what's mine. No.
I'll do it to protect my woman.
But, yeah. Or lack thereof, if you know what I mean. But
if you're listening,
hi, hello. But the other one got away. It saw the death of its older, and then flew. I tried so hard to catch it; it was gone. But it has not resurfaced. I think it understands. I sent the message. You will die if I see you.
Wow.
Anyway,
heavy shit.
Letting you know. Yeah.
That's heavy shit.
I now understand the humans in Avatar.
Yeah.
I now side with No, now that's something. If the Na'vi look like silverfish, I would not. I don't care how connected they are with Awa. I would kill every last one.
I would kill God just to kill all the silverfish.
I love that.
I'm just like Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt. I'm in hunting.
I'll kill you and your God.
I forgot about that line. Is
awesome.
Incredible.
Great movie.
Anyway, back to
the best part?
Yeah, I had to. We got on bugs, and I went.
Don't get him started on bugs.
Don't get me started on bugs.
Don't get me started on bugs.
Don't you get me started.
Yeah, that's what entomologists say. Don't get me started on bugs. No. You don't want to get me started on bugs.
You do not.
You don't. I'm legitimately boring when I talk about it.
Yeah, it's very, very long, drawn out sentences.
The best part. The Beef Lamb era of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, is this song Something to Love.
Ooh. Which one's that?
It's like they watch Ferris Bueller.
Oh yeah.
And they're like going down into the sewer, and like they're like looking at people doing things. There's a part where like they're in the sewer, and Michelangelo like sees through the sewer grates the kind of the city. And it's just kind of like sad piano music, kind of sad but sweet piano music. and it's just so delicate and so lovely. In general, I think the soundtrack is the thing that totally sells the movie.
It's like, hell yeah.
Because it is like Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, who do great stuff
They
often.
killed it. They killed it.
Except in Mank, which we can all find. It's been long enough. We can all agree it's just a piece of shit movie.
That was not awful, a good time.
Just awful movie. Awful music.
Mank.
Hi, how's it going? My name's Mank.
I did not like that.
and then Trent Reznor's like, stupid, horrible movie. Maybe it's good. Maybe I'll watch it again and I'll think it's good. Fucking David Fincher.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
it's horrible.
Poor guy.
Yeah, why did he do that to himself?
Yeah,
to us. But the music is just so great.
It is
like
great.
When it needs to be like boopy boopy boopy, like upbeat. But it also, even in those moments, it is cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's like grimy and grungy.
Yes.
It's got like that Nine Inch Nails feel. But when it needs to be sweet, like there's these nice little piano pieces.
Yes.
There's these kind of good like synth feelings. There's parts that sound like Brian Eno kind of ambient music.
And then they'll get a little lo-fi.
Yeah, a little lo-fi hip-hop
There's
vibes.
a part where they're leaving the big lab where they were, spoiler alert, being milked.
Yes.
By the bad guys.
Yeah.
Just, you'll see.
Good boy. This is good stuff.
And they like are parting ways in April, it's kind of like, all right, don't release your story. We can't help you. Which there's a great part where she's like, well, after watching how like many mistakes y'all made and just trying to get people to like you, I don't think I care anymore to be liked. I was like, that's great.
That's a good point.
But there was a really good song that started playing and I was like, oh, I like this. This is cool.
Music's so awesome.
It's really,
In general, not just the score, but the music. Like the score that Reznor and Ross did is really great.
Yeah.
And just the music choices are good. As I said,
Absolutely.
MOP, there's that great Annie Up song that I love. There's the ESG song. There's what is the other one? Oh, they play Can I Kick It at the end.
Oh, that was
Can I
great.
Kick It? Yes,
when
you
that
can.
kicked in, I was like, oh yeah. I always forget they use that like bass thing.
From Lou Reed.
Yeah, that wild song.
It's really good.
That's a wild song.
It is.
It's like,
a wild
okay.
song.
I guess we're singing about this.
Hey, back in the old days, we used to sing about whatever we wanted.
They really do sing about whatever they want.
But I think the things that work about the music are the things that work about the movie.
Yeah.
Like it is sort of tender-hearted and sweet when it needs to be, and it's kind of like upbeat and crunchy and like cool.
Yeah.
Like the fighting is cool.
Yeah, the fighting was great.
It's a kids movie that references like The Raid.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And the Shin Godzilla movie. And Heat. And obviously kung fu movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart because they have basically the writing and the dialogues kind of for like younger.
Yeah.
It includes the younger people, but then all these like references and visual
Old Boy. I
things.
forgot Old Boy.
Yeah, it's like that. That's also nice because like all the people who grew up with the Ninja Turtles are like, oh, we appreciate all these things now, so it's nice to have a little thing for everybody.
Yes. Easter eggs, but not in sort of a cloying, sad, desperate way.
Exactly.
Where it's like, let's put Loki's head here.
Yeah.
What if Loki's...
Why not?
He sneaks around the corner and he waves and he goes, hey, I'm Loki.
Still here.
Remember me from Loki Series 2?
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's just like, hey... This is we're making a collage.
Yeah.
Here's little bits of business from other things. And I think in general the action is quite good.
Yeah, I think it was fun overall. I mean, the first fight scene I really liked because it's when they decide to like chase after the people who stole the people who stole April's scooter. And I like it cuz they have never really been in a big fight.
Yes.
And they just aren't very like they're good at fighting, but they've never really applied it.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a great job of showing like how clumsy and they're still accidentally beating up a lot of people, which I really liked.
And they've never worked together, so they aren't working together.
Exactly.
It also does a good job at being like, we've completed a thing, here's a cool pose thing. That is essential.
So you gotta
to
have
such
it.
a movie.
You gotta have.
In general, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I think the style overall is pretty good.
Yeah,
it was like, ooh, this is interesting.
It does have it has Spider-Verse. Feel.
It does. I mean, that
it's doing a slightly different thing. Like Spider-Verse is explicitly comic-y, and this is almost like colored pencil or something.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
It's like got scratchiness and like it's less like. It seems a little more haphazard with like how they color things, which I thought was interesting, and like the people feel almost like clay, like the texture of them, and it's also like I admired that it was okay with being ugly. Yes, like there's so many just horribly ugly characters. Like there's a newscaster lady whose face is just like so wild. You're like,
weird and misshapen.
A lot of the humans, which is interesting because they're like judging these mutants, but they all look kind of like demented. It's really interesting.
Yeah,
but I like that rough around the edges like vibe. I was like, I don't see many movies like this. I just let them get nuts.
Another part I like.
Nutty.
Another part I quite like. Ooh. Especially as a person who played with most of these toys as a kid. There's a moment, spoiler alert, near the end where, it's a big showdown.
Yes.
Or a pre-big showdown.
All right.
This is the showdown before the big showdown because you don't know the big showdown is going to happen.
Yes, with Superfly.
Yeah. And the turtles have followed... or have found their way to Superfly's secret lair, and they're about to have a big fight with all of the other mutants who they have earlier bowled with.
Well,
and they just talk through it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like Michelangelo and a few of the other guys are just like, hey, you guys don't want to do murders.
Yeah, hold up.
And the Bat Lady, what does she say? She says something like... Yeah, I didn't want to see the faces of the people I'd killed haunting me.
I think that's pretty amazing.
That's good.
So they reference like murder and killing a lot. You're just like, oh wow,
a lot of murder and killing.
I remember growing up, you could never say you'd have to say like destroy, eliminate. Like you couldn't say I'm just gonna kill them.
It's cool to murder.
Yeah, it was cool, but I like that they just
team up.
Like, oh yeah, we won't do that.
And it's also like. Truly a wish fulfillment from being 10.
Yeah.
Because you'd have Bebop and Rocksteady and be like, these guys are as cool as the Turtles.
Yeah, why aren't they cool?
But they hate each other. And then in this, they're just all best friends.
Oh, I guess.
And just the creature design is really cool.
It's really
They look cool.
They all look wild. I really liked it.
And of course they're based on the toys, but they don't. I mean, the Turtles kind of look like the comics. They kind of look like the toys.
For sure.
But the bad guys they sort of
they took a lot of liberties and morphed them. Like the Bat looks really wild and stylized. So I was like, this is cool.
Is Rocksteady the Rhino?
Yeah. No. Yes, he is. Rocksteady's the Rhino.
The Rhino he's just got a big ass head. His head is huge.
Massive and all scratched up.
Really
and crazy. Cool. Yeah, the textures were really neat. I was like, whoa. And I was crazy they still gave Bebop the giant nipple rings. I was like, wow, they really committed. Yeah.
And they have even a close-up on nipple ring, and then they do a little camera move over to other nipple ring.
Yeah, you got to see both.
That's great.
I really like the scene because the turtles show up to kind of stop this deal with Superfly, and they think Superfly is a person the whole time. And then when they get there and the giant mutants come out, it's just such a fun scene.
Oh, yeah.
And then Superfly, rips the window open or whatever. And he's like, oh, whoa, you're a bunch of, little turtles. I was like, that was fun. I like that. And I think Ice Cube did a great job. I thought he was so funny.
It also makes me sad that he's in so much, just utter dog shit.
Oh, I don't know anything about this.
Ice Cube is just... I mean, he's spent, 10 years... being in weird. I mean, he's not that often, but being in like shitty family movies.
Okay, I thought he was in some scandal. I was like, no.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure.
Please. No.
I mean, nearly every person did. So he's probably done something horrible.
Could be treading on thin ice cube.
But he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
I love when he'll just go into like a random rhyme.
Yeah.
I can't think of one exactly, but there's one where they're like all fighting him. He says this really insane rhyme, like I can't remember, but it cracked me up. I was like, what? Why would he say that?
There's one part in that fight where he does a quote from the OJ song "Backstabbers."
Oh.
He's like, oh fuck.
something.
They smile in your face all the time. They're trying to take your place.
Yes, that's the one. I died. I was like, that's
really
incredible.
Good. Really good.
That's awesome.
It's really good.
He did it. He did a great job. Great villain, but like very likable, but also evil.
Also bad.
Just straight up evil.
And and it made sometimes just the fact that something is good is a big surprise.
Yeah, it's like,
like when it looks like shit and it is good, you're just like, wow, I'm having a great time because this is good. This is just good.
Yeah, this is awesome.
And I don't know if I don't know. At least the first time I was like, wow, I'm so surprised. Now, the second time I also enjoyed it. I will say we were in a really dire theater situation.
Insane.
And I truly don't know if you got the same experience that I did when watching it the first time, because so many of the quieter moments were like blanketed with like random talking and crinkling and clopping.
There were kids next to me.
Yeah.
And they did not stop talking from the time it started to the time it ended. I was like, how are you like... It was just incessant. I was like, are you taking the movie in at all? Like,
I don't.
Just a constant conversation. I was like, what's happening?
I don't know.
Maybe they were translating? I don't know. Because I was just like, I don't...
The girl next to me was doing some of the loudest wiping I've ever heard. She was like, I think she was just wiping butter off of her fingers from the popcorn.
Oh, gosh.
But it was like... I was like, how are your fingers and that paper towel making that noise together?
It's crazy, the noise you can create.
I mean,
I'm not innocent. I've eaten popcorn. I've been a loud snacker.
Yeah.
But also, there was just like a bunch of people coming in and like constant clomping. I never understand the clomping.
Lots of in and out.
Yeah, like what are you
Lots of people moving in and out of the theater, leaving the theater.
Yeah, not coming back.
Never coming back.
It was really interesting.
And one of the things that I really loved about it the first time is when that Something to Love music plays, when they're kind of like... They're like, oh shit, we have to leave. We can't watch this movie anymore. We have to go back down in the sewer.
Yeah, we gotta
It's just like the music is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And so sad, and like their like emotions are rendered really well.
Yeah, they do a good job.
And it's just really like sweet and beautiful. And I was like moved by it. I was like, oh, this movie did like something cool and special and like nice. And it was just a little moment. But it's just like
quick thing.
It's just cool. Yeah. And before we talk about bad things, Jackie Chan,
classic,
fucking Jackie,
he killed it. I was like, his delivery on so many lines was so funny. I love when he comes and saves them and his like back's going out. It's really
so good.
He's just and then when he finds out that they were being milked. Because this whole time he's like, the humans will get you and they'll milk you, and the kids are like, we don't have nipples, you can't milk us, but. Little did they know, you can be milked. Your blood your ooze blood, your green goo blood can be milked out of your back.
What is the name of the machine? It's something really funny.
It's like the Milker 2000 or something like that.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really. I was like, that's crazy.
Jackie's so good.
Yeah, he's really funny. He pulls off the like dad concerned
He's
dad.
Really.
Thing. There's a sweet moment where he puts like a party on for them.
Oh,
but they're so busy and like worried about April and stuff that they don't really acknowledge it and they just leave. And he's got a part where he's like, I know you want to be human, so I brought the world to you, human world to you. He's got cutouts of like all these Chris's, like this Chris Pine and what's the other Chris?
Who's the
Captain America?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
He's great.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans?
I don't remember the other Chris actually.
One of the bad ones.
Yeah, he's like Chris Pine, the best Chris.
It's Guardians, Chris.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
Let's not.
Maybe that's why I just blocked it immediately.
But he also gets a nice, sweet ending to his story.
Yes.
Where the whole time he's talking about how he's so lonely and how it's so hard to meet a mutant woman that his age.
Checking.
And he keeps checking.
That was so sweet. I was like, oh.
And then finally he meets a mutant bug.
Yes.
And they fall in love and they make out.
I really like that character because she can't speak. She's just like and like spitting shit everywhere.
I feel like Ice Cube says she only speaks vermin.
Yeah. That's great. And they're like, you can understand her. And he's like, yeah.
But it can't all be good, Michael.
Well, wait, there is one last good part.
Okay.
There's a part where they're trying to come up. They go into this high school and they're trying to come up with, they sign up for, I forget what they're signing up for.
Improv.
Michelangelo. And he's like, wait, do we have last names? And so he writes Michael Angelo. Yep. And then they're like, your name is Leo Nardo. And they're like, what's up, Nardo? I was like, this is good.
It's really good.
They have a good back and forth.
Yeah, they really do.
It's fun.
And also, right before that, they're like, do we even have last names? And I think Donatello goes, who are we?
Yeah, who are we? Yeah.
It's really good.
It's great. I loved all their little personalities were so nice.
They are so good.
Yeah. I also like that with I don't remember his name. The one who has the red. He, instead of like a eye mask, he has like a full
that is
hat.
Raphael.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that was smart because I bet they were like if you just use the eye thing. In animation, it was probably so similar, the orange and red.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's make a full
That's smart.
on.
He's got a cool hat thing. Yeah.
I was like, that's nice. And I love that he was just like full. Oh, there's a great line. They're like, use your anger. And he like lifts his car and they're like, man, you need therapy. I was like, that's so fun. That was just a fun moment.
do.
But
it can't all be good, though.
It can't all be good. There is a low main.
Some real dire shit.
Dire.
Actually, I don't know if that's true. But my low main.
Oh, yes. Tell me.
This is a kind of a minor thing,
mm-hmm.
but I think a lot of the action is too fast.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things like when you hear people talking about like working on fight choreography in like kung fu movies and stuff, they're like, oh, we just have to slow it down because otherwise you can't see it.
Exactly.
And in some ways in this, like there's moments where it's really cool and like feels just right, but there's some moments where you're just like, whoa, it's happening so fast that you don't really get the full effect of how cool it is. Because a lot of the choreography feels really fun and you see that cool shit is happening, but it's happening so fast that you're just like, and you're kind of like, oh my goodness, I'm overwhelmed by this.
And especially in animation, and especially super stylized animation.
Yeah.
If you're not careful of that, it is just like nonsense.
Yes.
Because there were a few moments I was like, I don't know what I just saw.
Yeah.
Like I could not tell you.
I know there's a fight. I'm pretty sure they're fighting.
There's a fight. That's something I have to applaud. I only bring it up because like stylistically it's close. The newer Puss in Boots had like a similar like a little like drawn on elements, and I think they did a good job with the action where like they really focused on like either like slowing it down or like making it a really stylized like thing, so you're like focusing on whoa, this looks cool, and action's happening. I think they really messed up because they had Jackie Chan, who could have really like helped with the choreography and be like, well, no, you'd want to see that. I wonder if they showed it to him and he was like, uh-oh, guys. But
Oh, no.
It's a good movie, but oops.
We did good job, but
yeah.
I'm not sure.
Too good.
Why did they go so fast?
Why do they go so fast? That is a good... Why so fast?
Why so fast?
Why so fast?
Now, the movie itself does go by quite fast, which is amazing.
Yeah, I think...
It ends and you go, oh, wow, I just had a fun time.
Yeah.
Great.
I liked...
It wasn't some... for some reason, over 2-hour kids movie, which is like every other one. It's like, who the fuck?
Too long.
Like the original Little Mermaid's like 74 minutes.
And in everything they added did not need to be there. It made it worse. So
yeah.
Scuttlebutt plagues my dreams.
Oh my God.
That is such...
I didn't even think about it since the movie, but
the low main, my low main is the trailer that played before this movie that had these birds in it. And they keep casting Awkwafina as birds for some reason. And in general, I just don't think she works outside of being a human.
Yeah.
Her voice doesn't work for me in animation.
It's weird.
So intense. It's like,
It's so weird because... what was her big movie where it was all drama and she was like going back to visit her family?
I
in
like
China.
that movie a lot.
What was it called?
What is it called? Ooh, something about going home.
Yeah, something about going home.
The way home, the long journey.
The Chinese family who lives in China and she's Chinese, but she doesn't speak Chinese, so she goes back to see him.
What is that? It's really good. I was surprised.
Tweet at us if you know what that movie's called.
Yeah.
But I think she's great at drama.
Yes, yeah.
Even in Shang-Chi, when there are dramatic moments, she's great at it. Mm-hmm. And she's almost never funny.
It sucks. I don't know.
Now, maybe I'm just not attuned to her style.
It's not our taste.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe, maybe there's somewhere some cretin.
Someone's like, are y'all there watching right now? They're like, are you fucking kidding me? My girl, oh, it's her watching it. I am my girl, Awkwafina, and I love that performance.
I think I'm one of the greatest actresses that ever did live.
I'm kind of doing a black person voice, but it's okay, I guess.
You know.
I give them a pass.
Yeah. Them?
Them. All of them who choose to do that.
Me?
All of the people who choose to do a black voice, it's okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You want to sound
It's a cool voice.
Yeah, it's a cool voice. Hey.
But that trailer, you're right, that is the worst part. Like, there were a lot of horrible trailers. The Trolls trailer was bad. Was the Bird trailer worse?
It's worse because it has a few things going against it.
My God. It has maybe like 3 or 4 of the worst cliches of modern movies.
Just like, why are you
just
doing
in
this?
one little 7-second part? There's Awkwafina, which is like the great cliche of cinema right now, where she's in every single movie,
and she's probably a bird.
Yeah, and she's a tiny little bird, tiny little Tweety Bird style, and she's about to walk into the street, and you're like, well. Like in every goddamn movie right now, she's going to get hit by a bus that goes, and you don't hear it until when it hits. Somehow, every bus in movies now can be like fucking 50 foot long, and it's just whisper silent until the moment before it hits you.
It's suddenly there.
Yeah.
It's like Inception.
And it hits her. And she like flies. And she's back on the sidewalk. She's like, I'm okay. It's like,
when you are writing these things, do you not go, oh, wait, this has kind of been played out for like 50 years?
Yeah.
And you're like, better put it in there. They're just like demented. I don't like it.
Now, I know there's a writer's strike now.
Maybe.
And I'm not trying to imply that they don't deserve to be paid. But I will say that the people who wrote that movie don't deserve more money. Other people Like the people who wrote Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They should get more money.
Should get more money. But
And
the people who wrote Birds the movie or whatever the fuck that movie's called.
Birds the movie.
if you're literally writing I'm okay.
That is horrible.
It's somehow worse than it's like not even bad writing. It's just doesn't exist. It's like it doesn't exist. It's like you did nothing.
From the little acting experience I've had on shows or what, it's like I'm so thankful I've never been in a situation where someone's fed me like I'm okay, like, or some horrible just threw up in my mouth, like something like that. Because I think I would actually have to be like, I will not say it. I'm so sorry.
Why would I say that?
I will not say it.
I mean,
it's like, this is, come on. What? I just don't get it.
It can't be fun
tough
for anybody involved.
It really can't.
And also, we were there with all the kids in the movie watching the trailer, and no one made a sound.
I don't even know if kids at this point can even process when things are on. I've never seen a kid laugh at any. Like, I don't think they're interested in like, it's weird because they're always on screens, but I don't think they're interested on a big screen.
No.
Maybe all movies need to be on little screens, and they'll be like, this is good. And they need to be able to, like, oh my gosh, this is insane. Okay, it's a movie, but all the scenes are like a feed on TikTok, and you're just like, next scene. If you're bored, next scene.
I mean,
that's the future, baby.
It's
horrific.
Really ruined my day
when
you said that.
Another thing that's been ruining my day, for some reason there's a trend of like, what if this movie was vertical?
Oh.
Why would I want to watch this masterpiece be vertical? And they're using AI to fill it, and it looks like dog shit. People are like, this is so cool. It actually isn't. It sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It really does
I
suck.
just had to get that out there.
If you're listening, artificial intelligence, the entity, we think you are bad.
Yeah.
And we know, of course, that either you or nuclear war or climate change will destroy us sooner than later. Or some combination of all three.
Oh, what would be cool is AI kills us, and then the world still kills itself, so then the AI dies too.
Oh.
It's like, okay, well, died.
Or we use nuclear war to try to kill AI.
Yeah.
And all of us are like destroyed except a chosen few.
Ooh.
Robots and humans. Oh. And then climate change kills them.
And then they die. And then after everyone's dead from under the sewers, the turtles can now live freely.
That's beautiful.
But
the turtles and the silverfish living together.
Man, if the silverfish are the only thing left, I don't want to be alive. Yeah. Go ahead and take me. I'm gone.
If you are listening, we joke about suicide a lot, but you probably shouldn't do it. I can't be more sure than that.
Probably.
But you probably
seems like
it's
not
rude.
A great idea.
It's rude.
It's rude.
That's the thing. It's not selfish. People say it's selfish.
No, I hate when people say that.
It's just like someone you know has to find your dead body. That's rude.
There's so many levels. People have to pay for all the shit. To blah, blah, blah.
What I'm going to do when I kill myself is burn myself alive.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
like self-immolation?
Yeah.
Are you going to make it some thing or like just privately?
Yeah, I'm going to do it privately.
Okay. But live stream?
Yeah, of course.
Whoa, this live stream is lit. He just lit.
Wow, this live stream is really real.
It
feels like he's actually burning.
And then like people are like, I know in the live streams on TikTok, people can send like gifts and stuff, like you're getting like roses and stuff, and you're like dying. That'd be crazy.
I love spicy. Spicy. And then I'm on fire and I'm still like, yum, 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 yum. Ice cream.
This is CG, y'all. AI. This is
fucking fake. I was like, but that's what, that way you just have to sweep me up.
You just gotta
and put me in an urn. Or actually just sweep me up and put me out on the front deck. And let the wind take me.
Let the wind take me,
Let
baby.
the wind take me.
That's kind of like I may have brought it up on the podcast before, but I'm going to go to the state fair and get on one of the swing rides. And at the max velocity, I'm going to take the belt off and get flung wherever.
Great.
Yeah. Let the wind take me, but then I'll
It sounds beautiful.
hit the ground. I think it will be beautiful, funny,
It'd be really
tragic, also just great. What a great idea.
funny. Yeah.
I love that one. Anyway,
I'm going to get on the Gravitron.
yeah.
Where they spin you so fast. And then I'm going to spin it. I'm going to, like, before I get on it, I'm going to, like, entity style, like, break off the brake.
Yeah.
So that I just smush.
It's going so fast.
Smush.
I'm going to also get on another Gravitron.
Yeah.
And
We can get on the same Gravitron.
yeah, okay. Well, I was just going to throw a bunch of knives and see what happens.
That's a good bet.
Just throw them out. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. You should
That
do it.
sound was the knives.
That was the
flying.
knives. If you're wondering, if you're listening.
What was that?
What does that sound even refer to?
Yeah, what could that be?
What's the worst part of the movie,
metal.
Michael? You still haven't said it.
Okay, so my lo mein, this was a hard one. I was driving back, like, trying to think, because I liked it a lot.
It's really
It's like,
fun. It's really a fun movie.
It's very well done. I'm sure there's a couple jokes here and there where
There's
I was like,
a few that are, yeah.
I couldn't place them though. I was like,
Yeah,
they weren't
nothing-
glaring.
No one said, I'm okay. Or
Thank
that's going to leave a
goodness.
mark.
Oh my! Oh, I'm gonna cut you It's like when you
Yeah.
are right. What are you thinking? I just don't understand. Anyway, when creativity is superseded by like relatability or like
Yeah.
recognizability, that's
Yeah.
just bad. I don't like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
but my least favorite part is really tough. Is between two things. And it sucks because I love the style of it,
Uh-oh.
but it also to me...
You hate the animation. You think it's a piece of shit.
No. It also to me became a weakness at points.
Okay.
And I think for me to be very specific, sometimes like with lighting,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't super big on... Because a lot of times they would just do scribbles for lighting.
Yes.
And it looked like kind of just bad to me.
Yes.
And not in a way where it's like stylistically like, oh, it's just scratchy, but it's just like, that just kind of doesn't look very good.
Yes.
I don't, to me at least. And there's a part where like, big spoiler, when they're killing the big monster at the end, he like explodes and it just didn't, it
Yeah.
kind of just became a mess. And I was like,
yes.
just didn't, I don't know. So at times it didn't work for me.
I agree with that.
And I even thought that from the trailer, I was like, looks a little overdone or
Yeah.
something. Like they just kept adding.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sometimes detracted. That would be my low main.
If you're listening.
No offense, but
If you're listening, no offense.
sometimes pull back.
Hey, just listen to us.
Yeah,
I mean, we know how to
Hey.
make a good movie.
we know. Yeah, we know. We've seen so many at this point.
That's how it works.
I mean, that's what people say when you give bad reviews. They're like, "Well, you make it." I'm like, please, if a studio wants to give me that much money,
We'll
I
make
will
an amazing movie.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah,
we know the
we're
pitfalls.
geniuses.
We'll be like, oh wait, that's what made this movie suck.
Yeah.
So let's not do that.
Yeah. We're not going to cast Aquafina unless it's in a dramatic
No.
role.
We're not gonna de-age people with CG. We're not gonna bring back dead people with CG. A whole movie of dead actors that are CG. That is terrifying. If that
Except they're
happens-
just doing like really, really reprehensible shit.
Yeah.
We've got
That would be crazy.
we've got like Sean Connery yelling the N-word 1,000 times. He just
He's
keeps
just practicing
yelling
it in the mirror.
and he's just saying it over and over and over again.
My name is Sean Connery, and I'm a. That was so crazy. No, not like that. I'm a. He just keeps practicing.
Sean Connery, yes. But his children still get money from it.
Yes.
That's the really painful part for
It's-
them is they get money because
Imagine-
people go see that movie because they're
Yeah.
like, wait, Sean Connery says the N-word
That's the name of the
1,000
movie. Sean Connery says the N-word 1,000
times.
Oh, that'd be crazy. One night
This
only.
summer, Sean Connery says the N-word 1,000 times. Part 2.
Yeah, it counts through all of them. 2. So, like,
on the bottom of the screen, there's a little count up.
Yeah. That would be wild.
Maybe someone comes in the middle and they're like, "Hey, this is Sean Parrott live from the CGI Sean Connery's dressing room. He's at 95.
Yeah, just so
and we're gonna get him a little water. His throat is getting dry because he's really been yelling the N-word.
And you can hear him still doing it, but it's muffled in the distance of him.
And the ticker's still going off.
Yeah, I think. Oh man, I wonder how long that would take. Anyway, we'll see.
But we didn't only watch.
No. Oh, I did have one more gripe.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I hate to do it. I never like when there's real footage of people in animated movies. I don't like it.
Was there real footage of? Oh, yeah.
I get it because it's like you want to show Ferris Bueller, but
Sure.
I really struggle with that.
It is weird.
It's just bizarre. It's like
weird.
Happy Feet when real humans show up. You're like, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't just do that.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
It's very weird. Anyway, so that was odd.
It was very odd.
And that pairs with the lighting thing because it was like bad, scratchy shit, and then like a square cut out of a real movie. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, it's a weird combination of shit.
Anyway, that's all I have to say. The rest was great. Loved it. Had a blast. Can't wait for part 2.
Yeah, me too.
TMNT.
Part 2.
Teenage
Mutant.
Turtle.
Wait, Teenage Mutant. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That'd be great.
It's a pretty good idea.
I love it. What do you think they'll call it? Time to shred.
Yeah.
Shred. Yeah. Shred it up.
This summer, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mutant is really good. Mutant.
But we didn't only watch
we did.
Ninja Turtles. We didn't only watch the prequel to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We watched other stuff this week, which brings us to a theme song. Play the theme song.
Panda Express presents. It's time for the Panda Express. Bum bum, because we got some things to express. Ding ding about the things we watched. This week. Bing bong 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 bong.
What'd you watch this week?
I was scrolling through Movie Land, like, what can I watch? What have I not seen? And
what is a movie?
I was like, what is this? So it's a 2 hours where I stare forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they say stuff like, oh, that's going to leave a mark. That's my favorite part of every movie, since it's in every movie. That's going to leave a mark.
I cannot believe that. It's just like, how did this get into this? The only time I like it as a joke, like you're joking about it being a thing.
Yeah.
A famous animation I never animated. We recorded the voices. Sean did an amazing performance.
Thank you.
Maybe one day. I just don't see it happening. But I've tried a million times. I'm like, man, I've gotten about 2,000 images in, and I do not want to draw anything else.
I heard that.
Anyway, but we did a bit where you're like, that's going to leave, and you just blow up, which I like. I like that, because it's like, we don't need to finish that.
We don't need to.
But what I maybe shouldn't have finished was the movie, Spring Breakers. Have you seen this movie?
I have not.
Oh, okay, I won't ruin it for you. But it was... I get it. I get what he's doing. The director likes to be really wild.
He do.
It's just, I don't know. It didn't really work for me. The ending I liked a lot. It was fun and crazy, but I just didn't think it worked overall. Anyway,
Nashville's own
naked
Harmony
boobs.
Korine. Oh, really?
So I liked seeing that.
Sounds like a great movie.
It sounds like
a masterpiece.
2 tits right up. I loved it. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it just... I don't know. It was off. The whole thing was off.
Sorry to hear that, Michael.
But I love his movie. Oh my God, I forgot the name of it.
Trash Empress?
Not that one. It's the one with Matthew McConaughey, A Beach Bum. That movie's great.
Beach Bum's fun.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Harmony Korine, you probably are because you're from Nashville.
Yeah.
You probably actually live next door.
I used to work for you a long time ago, if you remember that.
Do you remember?
Do you remember that? Probably not.
You probably don't remember that.
You blocked it out.
And if you don't remember that, you're racist.
Yeah, actually, I was going to bring that up. The fact that you haven't brought me up or sent me any money is kind of racist.
It's racist to not send Michael money.
Where are my reparations? Reparations. Oh, there has to be an album called Reparations.
I would hope so.
If there isn't, come on.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Hey,
Snoop.
if you're listening, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube and Snoop should... I wonder if they like each other. I don't know.
I'm sure at some point in the 90s they hated each other because Dr. Dre used to be in NWA with Ice Cube, and then they were mad at I think they didn't like it.
That doesn't sound good.
I feel like at any point when a group breaks up, they hate each other for a little while, and then like 10 years later they become friends again. Right?
Those ends did have attitude. I'm sorry.
They did.
Again, that's a black guy saying it. Don't worry.
Fine. He can say whatever he wants.
I can say whatever I want, dude.
He can even say slurs like about other races.
Yeah, I do.
So
I do.
Yeah, he does.
That's my morning affirmation. I say every slur that you can think of in the mirror. You dirty. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
To prepare for Sean Connery, says the N-word 1,000 times.
I have to make that.
2.
I'm sorry. No, I'm going to get in trouble, but I want to animate that. That is so funny to me.
You should. It would be funny.
It would be crazy.
Oh, yes, okay. Mommy, moo, moo, moo. Mommy, moo, moo, moo.
No.
You know what I watched? I saw Oppenheimer again. I've only seen it 4 times.
I need to see it again. I had a friend.
Did you only see it
once? I had a friend with a talk. I had a talk with a friend who did not like it, and it was a tough talk.
I would fight.
I was like, I can see where you're coming from, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
did they just think it was too long?
Too long, and
I almost always think that about movies.
Hype, of course, I think enters people's brains and makes them say horrible things.
Yeah.
Like it's not a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just, I thought it was really well done.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's grown with each viewing it has grown on me.
Yeah.
But one thing I really was moved by this time is like the combination of the music and the way everything is put together for like the first half an hour, 45 minutes when he's young.
Yeah.
And he's like learning all these things and he's so troubled and so like overwhelmed by science. And the music is really just uplifting and kind of rapturous and wonderful. And he's just like, oh my goodness, I can see the stars. You know, he's having these moments. But those moments, especially like once you've seen it, especially once you've seen it a few times, you're like, oh no. He's learning all this just to destroy.
It's brutal.
It's so painful to see him like look at Picasso and be like, "Oh, the possibility in humans. We can do so much." And then what he does is he just destroys.
Oof, the worst.
It's so sad.
It's brutal, and
so fucking sad.
I love to. They did a great job not glorifying it in any. They're just like, oh man, yeah.
No, they're like, oh, this is horrible, and I'm haunted by it.
And I'm haunted by it.
Yeah.
But boy, does it look good.
Boy,
so does he look. He makes this look good. That's horrible. You know when he puts on the glasses before they do the test. You know the difference between me and you. I make this look good.
You need to cut out. You cut out Will Smith. Put him inside the Enola Gay. Then you say, you know the difference. I make this look good, and then he's
great. Or just like the Flash is just a giant neuralizer, and they all forget everything. They're all like,
oh. How do we make the bomb?
What did we do? That would be the best.
Men in Black can go and remember in the third one they can go in back time.
Men in Back.
Oh
wow, that would be great. They go back and they neuralize everyone. No bomb happens.
Wow.
They neuralize everyone. There's no wars. Like as soon as someone's like, let's fight, like, we'd neuralize them.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't need to fight.
Yeah. And then
so it's all good.
They have like the grandfather paradox where they just cease to exist.
That would be amazing.
They like neuralize them, and of course, because scientists didn't make the bomb, they didn't have any chance to make anything else.
Yeah.
And so they just go, and then all of humanity disappears.
That'd be great. Everyone's just naked again and like hanging out with animals.
Just silverfish crawling all over our bodies, crawling up our pee holes.
Man, that would be like something in Jackass that I don't know if anyone could actually come back from.
No.
How do you come back from that? Falling into a pit? Oh my God.
Oh.
Bees is one thing. I would choose bees over. Honestly, I know they sting you.
I would rather get stung to death than be touched by...
Touched to death.
Than be touched by even one silverfish.
Yeah, God above. Because you're not getting touched once. You're getting touched like 12,000 times.
Yeah.
Please, no.
Michael?
No.
It was such a pleasure.
Oh, it was great.
Speaking to you about the film, the prequel to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Return of Shredder.
The Return of Shredder.
On behalf of Michael Hampton, I'm Sean Parrott saying to you, bon appetit.